Level 1. The halcona. You're 15 years old. You live in Guadalajara. Everyone in your barrio knows who CJNG is. You do not have to ask. You see it in the way the men move through the street, the way police look the other way, the way your neighbor's house stays untouched while everything around it falls apart. Your family has nothing. Your father left. Your mother cleans houses for 200 pesos a day. You watch the older girls on the corner. They have phones. They have nice shoes. They laugh loudly. They are not invisible. One of them, Brenda, who is 19, starts talking to you. She does not ask you to do anything. Not yet. She just talks. She buys you food. She tells you you are pretty. She tells you you are smart. Then one day she asks you one small thing. Just watch the end of the block. If you see a truck with federal plates, well, you call this number. That is it. You do not ask what happens after. You already know. You stand at the end of the block for 3 hours. You see nothing. You call Brenda and tell her. She gives you 300 pesos. That is more money than your mother made today. You are a halcona now, a hawk. Your job is to watch and report. You watch which streets the soldiers patrol. You watch which cars stop in front of the safe house. You watch everything. You say nothing. They do not give you a rank. They do not give you a name yet, but they see you, and being seen is everything. Level 2. The test. 3 months in. Brenda calls you to a house on the edge of the city. There are 6 other girls there. You do not know any of them. A man named El Gato sits in the corner. He does not smile. He tells you that CJNG is not a game. He tells you that you're not a little girl anymore. He tells you that from this day forward, you belong to something bigger than your family, bigger than your neighborhood, bigger than yourself. Then comes the test. Not a beating. That is for the men. Yours is different. He sets a phone on the table. On the screen is a video. You watch it. What is on that video changes something inside you forever. You do not look away. That is the test. To look and not flinch. To absorb violence and become comfortable with it. Then he tells you something else. There is a girl in your school. She has been talking to a boy whose brother works for Carteles Unidos. El Gato slides a piece of paper across the table. He wants everything about her. What time does she leave school? Who walks with her? Where she lives? You do it. You tell yourself it is just information. You tell yourself nothing will happen to her, but you already know that is a lie. You deliver the paper to Brenda. You go home. You do not sleep. A week later, the girl stops coming to school. Nobody talks about why. You understand now. There is no going back. Level 3. The mullah. You're 16. They give you your first job with real risk. You are a mullah, a courier. It works like this. A woman picks you up in a car. She drives you to a colonia you have never been to. She takes you inside a house. A man puts a backpack on your shoulders. It is heavy. You do not open it. You do not ask what is inside. You take a bus across town. You sit next to an old woman. You smile at her. You look like any other girl going to school. When you get off, you walk 4 blocks. You knock on a green door 3 times. A man opens it. You hand him the bag. He closes the door. You walk away. You make 800 pesos per run. Some weeks, you make 3 runs. Your mother thinks you're working at a call center. You bought her a fan for the bedroom. She cried when she saw it. But you know what you're carrying. Fentanyl. Meth. Sometimes both. You're moving a product that kills people in cities you will never see. You tell yourself everyone makes choices. You tell yourself you did not make this world. The risk is real. If the federales stop you, it is you who goes to detention. CJNG does not save you. Your contact goes silent. You sit in a cell and you say nothing. That is the only rule that matters. You stay quiet. You do your time. You come out. They welcome you back. If you talk, you do not come out at all. Level 4. La Sicaria. You are 18. You have been running the product for 2 years. You are fast. You're careful. You have never been caught. El Gato notices this. He calls you into a room with 2 other girls and a man named El Tigre. El Tigre puts a gun on the table. He tells you that the organization needs enforcers. He tells you the money is different. The respect is different. He tells you that in CJNG, women who carry guns are called Las Amazonas, and Las Amazonas answer to no one except the plaza boss. You pick up the gun. They train you for 6 weeks in the hills outside the city. You learn to shoot. You learn to drive fast. You learn to strip a weapon and reassemble it in the dark. You learn how to move through a building. You learn where to stand so you cannot be shot from behind. Your first job is simple. You stand outside a meeting between El Tigre and a city official. You hold the weapon inside your jacket. Nothing happens. They shake hands. Everyone leaves. El Tigre pays you 3,000 pesos and tells you good work. Your second job is not simple. A dealer in the market has been skimming. You and 2 others walk to his stall at closing time. One girl hits him from behind. You put the gun to his face. You tell him what he owes, he cries, he pays, you walk away. The third job. You do not talk about the third job. You just know after that night that the old version of you is completely gone. Level 5, La Madrina. You are 21. You have survived 3 years as a Sicaria. You have been in 4 firefights. You have a scar on your left arm that you tell people is from a car accident. 2 of the girls you trained with are dead. 1 is in federal prison in Mexico City. The plaza boss calls you up. He tells you that fighting is for the young. He tells you your value is now in what you know and who you can build. You become a madrina, a godmother. Your job is recruitment. You are the one who finds the next generation. You go back to the neighborhoods. You look for girls like you were, hungry, invisible, smart. You buy them food. You talk to them. You make them feel seen. You manage 10 girls at a time. Halconas, mulas. 2 new sicarias in training. You collect their reports. You pass orders down. You pass money up. You take your cut from the middle. You make 8,000 pesos a week. You have your own apartment now. You send money to your mother every month. She does not ask where it comes from anymore. She stopped asking when you paid off her medical bills. But you also carry something the men do not. You are the one who looks into the faces of the girls you recruit. You know exactly what you're doing to them. You know where this road goes, and you send them down it anyway. That knowledge lives in you every single day. Level 6, La Jefa. You're 25. You have been a madrina for 4 years. You have recruited over 40 girls. You have never spoken to the police. You have moved up slowly and carefully. The plaza boss respects this. He gives you a territory. You are now the La Jefa of the feminine operations in your sector. You oversee surveillance. You oversee courier networks. You oversee the safe houses where girls stay when they are between jobs. You are the management now. You sit in meetings with men twice your age. Some of them do not like this. You do not care. The numbers you produce end the argument every time. Your network has 0 arrests this year. Your mullahs moved 14 shipments without a single loss. Your halconas gave 3 early warnings that prevented federal raids. You make 20,000 pesos a week. You have a car, not flashy. That is the rule. Nothing that makes you visible. You dress like an accountant. You carry a planner. To anyone watching, you are a businesswoman. But the pressure is suffocating. You are responsible for everyone under you. If a girl gets caught, it falls on you. If someone talks, it falls on you. You sleep with your phone on the pillow. You trust no one completely. Not even Brenda, who brought you in 10 years ago. Especially not Brenda. Level 7. La Contadora. You are 28. The money has become the problem. CJNG is bringing in hundreds of millions across the country. Or cash cannot sit in boxes. Cash that sits in boxes gets found. Cash has to move. The regional commander pulls you into a different world. You become La Contadora, the money woman. Your job is to clean it. You open a beauty salon. Then a small clothing boutique. Then a catering company. The money flows in as revenue. It flows out as clean pesos and dollars. You have a real accountant, an older man who knows exactly what he is doing and is too afraid to stop. You pay him very well. You now handle more money in a week than most people see in a lifetime. You wire funds to shell companies in Panama. You buy property through third parties. You convert cash to jewelry that moves across borders. It is complex, meticulous work. One mistake and everything unravels. The DEA has a file on you. You do not know this yet. But your instincts tell you someone is watching. You change your phone every 2 weeks. You vary your routes. You meet no one in the same place twice. You're making 60,000 pesos a week. You have a nice house in a gated community. Your neighbors are a dentist and a civil engineer. They have you over for dinner sometimes. They think you run logistics for an import company. You smile and nod and eat their food. Level 8. La Comandanta. You're 31. You're a ghost. The national leadership knows your name, not because they see you, because they never see you. In a world where visibility means death, you have made yourself invisible and indispensable at the same time. You are La Comandanta. One of a small number of women who operate at the coordination level of the entire organization. You do not run a plaza anymore. You oversee a structure that spans 4 states. You have Yafas reporting to you. You have Contadoras sending you reports. You have Sicarias you have never met, who would die on your order. You sit above the violence. You do not touch the product. You do not carry weapons. You communicate through 3 layers of intermediaries. Your orders travel down through a chain and arrive as instructions that nobody traces back to you. But you are not free. The men above you are still men. They tolerate you because you produce, because you're too valuable to remove, but you are also a threat to them. A woman who knows this much, who controls this much, is a liability the moment she becomes inconvenient. You have watched 2 women at your level disappear in the last 5 years. One is in a federal prison in the United States, one they never found. You think about this every morning when you wake up. You stay useful. You stay invisible. You stay necessary. That is the only armor you have. Level 9. The end. You're 35 years old. You've been inside CJNG for 20 years. You're sitting in a car outside your mother's house. The same house you grew up in. She's old now. Her hands shake when she makes tortillas. She does not ask about your work. She stopped asking a long time ago. But sometimes she looks at you with an expression you cannot read. It is not pride. It is not shameful. It is something quieter than both. You have made millions. You have also buried girls you recruited. Girls you brought in with food and kind words and the promise of being seen. You watched some of them become monsters. You watched others get eaten by the machine you helped build. There is no retirement. There is no exit. The women who try to leave quietly get let go sometimes, if they are lucky and not too dangerous. The ones who know too much do not get that option. You know too much. You start the car. You drive back through the same barrier where Brenda first found you 20 years ago. There is a girl on the corner. She's about 15. She's watching the street with careful eyes. She's hungry. She's invisible. She's waiting for someone to see her. You slow down. You keep driving. You tell yourself that this time is different, that you will not stop, that the cycle ends here, with you, tonight. But you have told yourself that before. And there is always a next corner. There is always another girl. And the organization is always hungry. The cycle continues.